Good evening, darling. So I received the following request from a YouTube user, Livi Combs, who says, could you please do a video on your views of tattooing? Which is absolutely a fascinating thing. You know, for most of us elves, any sort of body modification traditionally, is sort of seen as changing oneself, and for many elves, the traditional view is to sort of praise that the natural beauty, the beauty that the Valar have given you, and not to sort of go mucking about with it. Now that said, that there were small bands of different elves throughout history who have been into tattooing, but typically it's more sort of a thing mortals do, and I think unless you sort of have that precision and that intricate knowledge that a master tattooer has from spending years and years doing it, which I would like to point out I find absolutely gorgeous, the way that one can just take a motif and sort of work it into the texture and the shape of the body, that really is beautiful. But I think most elves don't sort of see it that way. Beautiful to look at, but not something you would want, is more sort of the average elfin mindset. And I think a lot of that is because, those that do tattooing, that spend the time in order to get practiced enough for it, are all mortals. And mortals don't live forever, and tattoos do fade over time, and over decades they fade. Now, when you live millennia, you need to find someone who's going to be able to do the same thing without making any mistakes, because just a couple pricks off and it can look horrid, absolutely horrid. So I think because of that, we elves don't typically go for it. I would say that I think that they're gorgeous and beautiful, and I like to look at them, but I'm not sort of ready to commit to trying to sponsor an entire family of artisans for the next who knows how many millennia, and hope that every generation is going to be as good as the previous. So yes, so beautiful, wonderful on someone else, but I'm going to have to pass personally. So I hope, darling, that answers your question. Thank you so much. Ta-ta.